Video is important. How important is always changing, but it's never zero. If you've tried editing within social media apps, it's really hard, it's unforgiving when you make a mistake, and there are many limitations. That's why I use the CapCut app and I think in layers. I'll explain that in a second. One thing to notice, I edit all of these lessons myself using CapCut. So when you see text appear like this, or photos pop in like that, or full screen video clips appear and disappear seamlessly like this, it's all CapCut. And I'm showing you how to do all of it. How meta is that? I used CapCut to edit videos about using CapCut to edit videos. I love it. Before we jump in, this video editing section is different from the other 4 formula course sections. Rather than completing action items at the end of every lesson like we usually do, I suggest editing along with me to practice in real time and gain that finger muscle memory. You'll learn way faster than watching first, then rewatching when you start editing. So just use any clips and photos you already have in your phone to practice. If your photo album looks like mine, your video is going to be full of dog photos and business receipts. It's going to be weird, but it'll be bizarre, it'll be entertaining. You're going to love your final practice video. All right, diving in. When I edit videos, I think in layers. The base layer, which is also called the main track, the middle layer, the top layer, finishing touches, and then sound. Every video in this section focuses on one layer with a tiny final lesson on exporting. The base layer. This is the piece of video that plays from start to finish. Once we have this cut and edited, we'll overlay photos and short video clips. This will create our middle layer. The top layer will be our text and our emphasizers like circles and arrows. Finally, we'll add the finishing touches. These will include transitions between clips and fading text in and out. I highly recommend being happy with each layer before moving on to the next one. For example, if you decide at the end that you want to tidy up the cuts in your base layer, you'll have to shift the other layers to make up for the seconds that you've just shaved off. It's totally doable, but it is time consuming. All right, consider yourself oriented because we are diving in. Step 1 is inputting your video clips. When I film one long clip complete with all of the verbal fumbles. It's complete with verbal fumbles, retakes, hair fixes, whatever, knowing that I'll cut it all out when I'm editing. This makes filming much faster. Alternatively, if you have multiple clips, that's fine too. We can stitch them all together. So first, download and open the CapCut app. From the main screen, select New Project. Tap your raw video to select it, then tap Add. Now you're in the editing screen and you've created your base layer. CapCut calls this the main track. As I scroll forward, you can see just how raw the video is. I even stand up to adjust my camera settings. Not a worry at all because we're about to cut all of that out. Step 2 is choosing your ratio. Look along the bottom. There are multiple functions. We'll dive into each one of them over the course of this section. First, scroll over and select ratio. The word fit means that CapCut will use the ratio that you filmed in. I filmed in a 9:16 aspect ratio because this is the Instagram and TikTok ratio.